Hey guys! As promised, today I am back with an arm practice. So for this practice, we're going to be doing a lot of things to try to strengthen our arms, and maybe a little bit of core action as well. I always find when I do a lot of the planks and core work that I'm working my arms, and I know that I need some upper arm strength and upper body strength because that is something I'm really lacking. So I hope this practice has you a little sore tomorrow, so that means it's working. We will just settle in on our mat, finding a comfortable seat, maybe closing our eyes or softening our gaze. Hands can be on your thighs or on your knees, whatever feels comfortable. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Dropping into the practice today. We're going to begin with some neck circles. Inhaling, looking up, and exhaling back down. Inhale up, exhale down. And switching sides. On your next inhale, come back to center and bat the eyelashes open if they're not open. And on an inhale, we will bring our arms up overhead. And on an exhale, take a twist to the right. Settling in. Each inhale, finding extension. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Making sure not to round through our spine, but sitting up nice and straight. On your next inhale, arms up overhead, stretch, stretch, stretch. On your exhale, turn to the left. Inhaling to find extension, exhaling to twist. Maybe looking over our left shoulder. That's comfortable for your neck. And then your next inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale. Plant the palms, and we're going to come to a tabletop position. And we're going to settle in, dropping the belly, finding cow pose. Exhale, rounding through for cat, shining our elbows toward the front of the mat, and gripping with our fingertips. Take some pressure off the wrists. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round through. Take a few more on your own, finding any movement that you need today. My back's a little sore. I might have pulled a muscle, but stretching it out. And then eventually finding a neutral spine. And we will begin with some bird dog balance. So right away we're going to extend the right leg out long. And that might be okay here for you. Or maybe you start to lift through the back leg, turning those toes down toward the mat, making sure you're not dumping into your left hip, but keeping a neutral pelvis. And then maybe you extend through the left hand, like you're shaking someone's hand. Maybe you're okay here. You can stay here, or you can begin to crunch. So inhale, we'll find extension. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Really engaging that core. 2 more. One more. Extend out, and then plant the palm and the knee, and then we will take it to the other side. Extend out through that left leg. Maybe lift it off the ground. Put your weight into your left palm, and extend your right arm, if that feels okay. And then extend as you inhale, crunch to exhale. Gripping through those fingertips to take any pressure off the wrist. 2 more. 1 more. Extend long and come to a neutral spine. Take any gentle movements you need. And we're going to tuck the toes. And we're going to come to a hovering table here. So on an inhale, we're going to lift our knees up off the ground. Breathing deep. Trying to pull your toes towards your hands and your hands back towards your toes. Metaphorically, not really, but just the act of, we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower on the 1. Take a little rest on our wrists. Keeping our toes tucked, maybe getting a little toe stretch here. Rotating through our wrists. Come back to tabletop, keep our toes tucked, and come back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out here in our first down dog. Breathing deep. Shining those upper arm bones up toward the ceiling. Inhale, we'll look to the top of the mat. Exhale, we will float or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step back to plank or half plank, chaturanga or belly to cobra, up dog, and we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, step it through. Nope, begin to turn back into three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through to crescent lunge. Arms up overhead. Settling in, front knee over front ankle. And then you can begin to straighten more through your back leg. And maybe you push off into warrior one, keeping your arms out straight. Toes dial down toward the mat. Arms out ahead of you. Keep them up. Breathing deep. On your next exhale, begin to come back to crescent lunge. Arms up over your head. Inhale in here. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to plank or half plank. Chaturanga. Or belly to cobra. Up dog to down dog. If at any time this vinyasas get too much for you, you can always skip them and meet us right in down dog. Inhale the right leg up high, or the left leg up high. And we're gonna open up for a wild thing on this side. Your next inhale, begin to come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to crescent. Arms up over the head. Gaze is forward, knitting your ribs down, pressing into the back foot. Front knee is over front ankle. And then maybe start to move forward into warrior three. Dialing those back toes down. I already feel my arms really turned on here. Breathing deep. Your next exhale, step back. Trust yourself to crescent. Inhale in, exhale, plant the palms, step back, and find your vinyasa. We'll take 3 breaths here in our down dog. Your next inhale, raise the right leg up high. Exhale, step through, lower the back leg. Rise up for a low lunge. Inhale, find extension. Exhale, we're going to move our right leg, or right heel forward a little bit and find a runner's stretch or half splits. Inhaling to find extension, exhaling to fold forward. Making sure our toes are pointed back toward our shin. Inhale, we're going to roll through the front foot, pop up to a low lunge with our back leg lifted. We're going to plant our right palm on the ground. Plant your left palm on the ground. And we're going to step back to side plank. You can always do a supported side plank with your foot up here if that feels more comfortable for you. Breathing deep here. Inhale in and exhale. Come back to plank and find your vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, left leg raises. Exhale, step through to a low lunge. Lower the back leg, untuck the toes, and rise up. Knitting those ribs down, stretching through your hips. Inhale, find extension. Exhale, push through the left foot and find half splits. Making sure our pelvis is square. You're not dumping into that right hip. Every time you inhale, find a little more extension. Exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Inhale, start to roll through the front foot. Tuck the back toes, come up to a low lunge with your knee lifted. Plant the right palm this time and step back to side plank or supported side plank. Breathing deep. Maybe you find a tree. Inhale in here. Exhale, plant the palms, come back to plank, and move through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Inhale, we'll look to the top of the mat. Exhale, float or step to the top. Inhale, find halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll rest in mountain pose for a minute. Few breaths. Catch our breath before the real fun begins. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms and step back to plank or half plank. And we're going to do some half push-ups. So it's kind of like a chaturanga push-up. You can always do half plank, and I will be doing half plank for most of these because I did this practice the other day and I'm still a little sore and a little shaky. So what we'll do is we'll lower halfway and press back up 5 times. So we have 4 more here. 2, 3, 4, 5. At the top, lower the knees, sink down. We'll take a little rest in crocodile pose. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up to plank or half plank, and we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and lower. Ooh. My heart is racing now. All right. Do you have it in you to do one more set? Let's try one more set. I'm gonna go with half plank here. 1, 2, push into those fingertips. 3, 4, 5. Oh. And then take a little rest in child's pose. Feels really good on my shoulders, my arms extended. Find your breath. Inhale, come back to plank. We're going to do something called yogi mountain climbers. So we're going to try 10 here. And inhale, bring your leg up. Exhale, back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a rest in child's pose. Inhale back, one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got this. 8, 9, and 10. Hands and knees. Woo! Sit back. Work out those wrists. Catch your breath. Come on through to a seated position. And we're going to do a few yogi bicycles in the boat pose position. Now you might be here, and that's okay. You might be here with your arms underneath, and you can just stay here and rest and work on your core. Or maybe you're here. Wherever you are today, that is fine. I did a lot of arm work and do a little bit of abs here. So we're just going to do about 10. We're going to take your hands to heart center or overhead, and then straighten through one leg, twisting to the other side, straighten through your left leg, twisting to the right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms up, and then feet down. Whew. All right. Now we're going to plant our palms and do a reverse plank behind us. So keep your legs long, lifted, hands planted behind you, and start to lift through the hips, making sure your head doesn't crunch to the back, but your head stays nice, your neck stays nice and long. Hold this here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower on the 1. Circle out the wrists. We'll do one more. Palms planted behind you, lifting through the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower on the 1. Oh, great job, guys. That was probably going to make me a little more sore than I already was tomorrow. We're going to find our way back down to our backs, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Going to bring our feet up straight. If they're not straight, that's fine. Wherever you are today, that's great. Just resting here, engaging our core a little bit. We're going to find some figure 4 stretches, taking our right leg, placing it on the top of our left, bringing our hands behind our left leg, keeping our feet active, and stretching through that right hip crease. Bring the elbow to our right elbow to our right knee, gently opening through that hip. Your next inhale, bring both legs up straight, and then start to switch through legs, bringing your palms to interlace behind your right leg. Keeping active through your toes, gently opening up through the left hip crease here. Your next inhale, bring your legs up straight, and then start to bring them down, grabbing on to the outer edges of your feet for a happy baby. Pressing your arms, or pulling down on your feet with your arms, pressing through with your feet for that extra tension. Really shining your tailbone down to the front of the mat. Coming out of that, bring our feet to the mat, arms out to a T. Windshield wipering the legs from side to side. Next time your legs fall to the right, keep them there and look over your left shoulder, over your left palm. Inhale back to center, and exhale, take your legs to your left and your gaze is over your right palm. Or your gaze is softened or your eyes are closed. Letting your breath return to normal. Inhaling your legs back to center and stretching them out long, bringing your arms by your sides. Letting your toes splay open, hands and palms face the ceiling or the sky. Closing your eyes, finding your Shavasana. start to invite movement in our fingers and our toes. Gently rolling onto our right side or whatever side feels comfortable for you. Pushing up with our left hand. Coming back to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope that you're a little sore tomorrow and that I challenged you a little bit, because I love to challenge myself and grow my practice. So I hope that this helped you, and I hope you come back and practice with me again. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.